Yes,
every
this is the
meeting.
RPC staff meeting of, I believe, God, I don't even know what day it is. July the 13th,
Yeah.
2025 on a Sunday at 8 p.m. PST.
The big old
We are
25.
here gathered today in memoriam of Sona's rotting pedophile corpse. May he rest in peace. And to talk about the white name question first and foremost, among other lore-related things.
Yes.
Will the one with the itinerary now continue from this point? Because I don't actually really know what we're talking about today.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have here I guess a summary of some of the comments from the latest demographics poll that we did last month for the 7-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple other things we're going to touch on. Some suggestions for off-topic permissions. That was something that was discussed. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing I have here that I categorized is some opinions on the culture of the Discord server. There were kind of two different trains of thought here. There are people who said that it was a great community, and people said they hated it. Let's see. So, someone said they liked the ability to be able to speak my mind and not have to walk on eggshells. Okay, and then someone else said, I just wish I didn't feel like I was walking on eggshells in the Discord. I don't know how that would be resolved. I'm not asking the community to change itself, either. Just sucks because I really do like the lore.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what they mean by walking on eggshells.
Yeah,
maybe what they're saying is that if they disagree with people will jump at their throat, which is like, I guess, but that's kind of the point of this community.
Yeah, that's the internet, buddy.
You don't have to go into off topic and talk about like irrelevant shit to contribute to the lore, you know.
Late as always, Qual.
Hello, Qual.
Hello, Qual.
All right.
Unlike you, I had very important business.
It's a fucking Sunday. We had 2 weeks of preparation.
Yeah, you had to eat your Big Mac. You couldn't come here until your gullet was full.
You're so mad. You're starving, and I'm sitting in my fucking throne, slapping my belly. Big Mac's delivered to me by DoorDash slaves.
But as I said, I
know
really
you're
don't get what they're saying.
DoorDashing everything, Qual. We know.
You know, this has been an issue for a long time where people say, there's things you can't say on this server, that it's not that we punish them, it's just that people can yell at them if they say something stupid, and they think that's like a server rule that they can't speak those things.
I can't even think of any examples.
Well, you can't be a pedophile, apparently. We learned that.
Oh, no, hit 84. That point brings me to...
It took us 5 years to learn that, but we finally did it.
I feel like I'm walking on eggshells because I can't diddle kids.
Okay,
that's true.
We're going back to the Vizloxian era of RPC. It's crazy.
Double. Talking about that, I believe that
we should look into that. Are we being pedophobic in our vocabulary? Are we not allowing people to express themselves?
True. Are we pedophiles or ebibophiles? There's a difference.
There's a difference.
I think Sona was, he got to say those things to Township because...
I don't know why we're throwing around slurs. It's map now, okay? It's map.
I know.
Tarb, did you have anything
to the topic
important to say?
When people say shit like this, it occurs to me that yes, Qual, we're recording. And what occurs to me is that they're just kind of not built for this fucking place, which is a harsh thing to say. And I wish I could say all right, we would adjust the rules in general, some shit like that, but. Also, that has always been the climate around here. That's the point of this community, that you can just say whatever the fuck you want, where the fuck you want it. And it's a better idea, I think, when it comes to this question specifically, to focus on what people like, to laser in on what's the ideal for the community we already have instead of trying to address people feeling like they're walking on eggshells, because that feels impossible to work with, even without saying, all right, we're just changing the identity of the Discord. We're just making this a peaceful debate site. We're going to make Synatic as a moderator. You can't say fallacies, shit like that.
Tar, did you have something to say?
You asked me where I was going with it. I was going towards the white name question.
The white name. Okay, wait. Excuse me. I have something that I want to bring up before that.
Oh, sure, bring it up.
Because this is I was leading into this. This has to do with culture, and Alma, I agree with what you said exactly. That we can't that like you can't just like censor it. That we don't want to restrict discourse. But there was a discussion that was sort of tangential to this that was going on in Office recently. You might be aware. There was this whole thing that I think was a good point. It started, I think Ant Demon brought it up, and I thought he made a fair point that it might be. Basically, his point was that it might be harder to have people, to bring people in and to have people be proud to promote like RPC in association with themselves if there's like, I'll describe it as an unprofessional environment. That was what I took issue with.
I mean, we're not a workplace.
Yeah, we're not a workplace.
I agree with that because like when I see someone new and I'm trying to be like relatively formal with them, not like a job introduction, but I'm trying to like be formal, make like a joke here and there, and then someone just fucking steamrolls through. So, like making a fucking Diddy joke like in the middle of RPC journal when I'm talking to a white name. Like I feel really fucking awkward. Like I can't sell this fucking place to a newbie if someone is just going to bring up like, the protocols of the Elders of Zion, like just in the middle of a conversation. No, that should not be allowed.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you do it in politics, but it should be like completely overruled in general.
100%.
In general.
That's what I'm talking about. The white name question.
Oh, okay. Yes. Now I think we get into that. So we think. Wait. So are we saying? Do we think we should maybe like? I said I don't want any of this to be like a censorship rule, but we should have like some way to regulate that RPC General stays more like.
We already have like a be civil in general rule. We could just kind of go harder on it. It's not necessarily censorship.
All right, I think that's a good thing that we could talk about later. Not necessarily in this meeting, but Tarb, you seem excited to talk about the white name question. The white name, the final solution to the white name question.
Because I think it could be easily solved.
Do you want to introduce that idea? Just like explain it to the.
Can you just post the manifesto?
The manifesto.
For too long, the white names have done a disservice to our civilization, to our community, and I think we must finally get rid of them. But anyways, my idea, because this looks back to Sona in a way, Sona was never a contributor in any way to the community. It was a white name or a brown name, if you want to be more specific. And I worry that just letting people like that just stay around in the more community parts of the community when they're not actually part of the community is harmful to the community. So my simple idea was to simply lock away the off-topic channels behind a contributor role, like writer or artist, and enforce the civility rules on general so people don't, so like the usuals don't go around screaming when someone new joins.
I think that's agreeable, and I think it was Qual. Maybe I'm sorry, Qual. You correct me if I'm wrong, but it was brought up, and this is the angle that I'm interested in. Is that like a lot of there's a good deal of people who like show up and they're interested, but then they get filtered into the off-topic like shit pile, and that's where they stay. Yeah. And like I can't say that not having it be that way means they'll contribute, but I feel like it's a bad look that they're just able to get in.
Not stay here.
If I could speak on this point, usually it's because the way I see it, and I did bring this up. Thank you for bringing that up, Double. My point with that is that usually you get some guy who's moderately interested in writing. And they join this community, and it's very active, it's very rowdy. You got like the usuals. It's kind of like a bar in a way. But usually when they get to off topic, they either came with some predisposition against SCP, and it just trounces their want to write. Now, sometimes it does generally help them. Sometimes you get a guy like, I forgot the guy with the Terminator PFP, who does start off his
Rational Gaze.
Rational Gaze, yeah.
Who starts off that
contributor.
He's kind of a klutz, but he did write an article.
He did.
But usually they stay that way forever.
Thank you, baby. What?
0 days.
What? Oh, I said thank you, baby, and also I love them.
0 days. I hate you.
My bad.
I don't think it's too much to ask. Look, at the very least, if we don't do off topic, we got to do politics. I understand that, like, people should be able to talk about ideas.
You want to kick Springtrap?
I do want to kick Springtrap. It's not even that I want to kick Springtrap. It's that every time a newbie comes in, they either have a 30-minute conversation in general, or they go into politics, and it's never in between.
I noticed the less assertive people who join the server tend to stay if they don't ever touch politics or off topic.
Oh yeah. Like the chat lights usually go to off topic like in the first 10 minutes of joining the server.
And then it's over.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
You can't
I do have something to comment here that
What?
I think I have a perspective here that is worth considering, that a lot of the people we value most in this community right now, even if they are very commonly involved in writing, they usually come here, they go into a topic, and they have a sparse interest on the site that becomes greater as the time goes on. Jamiroquai is basically just an off-topic poster, but he reads and he writes, and it took him a while to get there. And that's true of most people who are loyal to the site to an extent. So I think it's worth considering that instead of, because what's the alternative? We ban them from off topic until they contribute something, right?
I mean,
I don't
use any of the channels outside of a topic.
I don't think
general
you post once in a while, but
I don't think we should kick people. All right, I think this should be a going forward thing. I don't think we should strip people of roles. I feel like that would cause too much discord. No pun intended.
Yeah, I understand, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is the general channels are not very active. People are not going to stay there just to talk to fucking Fraud in general. I love Fraud, but I would not join a server just to talk to him.
By the way,
what I'm trying to say is,
Gizmo.
I think perhaps a more efficient solution would be, an even more naive one, is this: you just have a 2-year timer. If you don't get a contributor role in 2 years, we just fucking kill you. You had your time. Fuck you. Go away.
We have there's a tool for that. It's Rikers. You could use that more often if you want.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, instead of banning them, we could send them there.
But I wouldn't say 2 years. I think 2 years is a little too long. Maybe a few months if they don't show any initiative at all.
I mean, Rikers is
I think 2 years is reasonable. We're
3 months.
Theoretically, anyone who's obviously shows no interest or states they shows no interest is supposed to go there. I think that's the de facto rule.
All right, are we serious about this rule? Are we seriously considering this?
What rule are we discussing?
Yeah, we talked about
the wide name solution.
Okay.
Thank you for showing up 18 minutes late, Gizmo.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh yeah, you're one to talk.
Well, yeah, I mean, Gizmo, thank you for showing up. I know it's very late for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I actually did sleep in and literally for 20 minutes right before I joined.
You dozed off. I understand. Oh,
also,
hey,
look came in. The Latin.
Isn't it 3 a.m. for you?
It is 2 a.m. Yeah.
Hello, Thermic.
Please
stay
tell me
quiet.
you don't have work
He
tomorrow.
fucking hates you, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Qual. I just won't tell you that.
Are we?
All right, there's interesting idea by Blair. I would be interested to see what happens if we removed role access to off-topic for a month and told any white names they would lose access if they didn't get a contribution role in 3 months or less. I'm very on board with that, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the one person I'm very interested in seeing what happens is specifically a white name that's been just like floating around, showing some kind of interest, which is do not laugh, but his username used to be Fluffy Pubic Hair, and they have a draft right now. And I'm like, maybe they. What?
That was the.
What username?
That was the Jocks groupie, right?
I'm going to repeat that.
I'm not going to
repeat that.
The Jokesy groupie.
Yeah,
was it? I think that was.
Agent, they're basically just a Jokesm clone.
Okay.
You see, I can't remember if that was their name or if it was Chicken Butt Sex or if it was both.
Well, that also sounds Southeast Asian, but I'm not sure.
For example, I think an exemplary new user is this new thing that joined Seraph and Angel_doll, for example. They are in general, they're civil, they want to write a draft. That is the exemplary name. This is what we want for the community.
I think
that's true.
I think Alma has a point about users participating in off topic and how that's not always a bad thing. I think that I'm biased, but I like RPC General, and I don't think it's a bad place to hang out either.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. And if
I don't think anyone's saying it's bad. I should clarify.
I don't think it's like a bad place, but I think people who stay throughout like dry periods or stay through drama stay because they really fucking like the community we have an off topic. That's like kind of unavoidable, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because like if people have stayed here for essentially 7 fucking years just posting an off topic, we probably have something decent there.
I would even argue the fact that people stay not even for the writing but just for the community is an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would completely agree with what Blair is posting. Like 3 months, write fucking something, or become a critic, or do fucking anything, or we shoot you in the head. I'm on board with that.
Let's be honest.
I think I would be on board with a bit more than 3 months.
How many active white names are there even in off topic besides Moai?
Well, there's Moai, there's Fluffy Pubic Hair, there's a fucking Springtrap. There's probably some other politics posters, but I don't give a shit about them.
There's Cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut could be fucking shot. I don't care. Also, there's Sunbeat. He's a very cool guy. He does not give a fuck.
Yeah. He only exists in politics.
Blair,
yeah, he's just there to like Russia propaganda. That's basically all he does.
Blair, can you post in staff voice, or do you want to stay in voice? I mean, I don't really care, but I have voice muted, so I didn't know that you're typing things in there until I checked just now.
I usually how we did it. Staff voice was for like agenda. Then we do
okay. So staff voice is like higher priority.
Yeah,
I see.
So my next point about this is, look, at the end of the day, we can all say that we're gonna track all the users and see if they've been 3 months. But let's be honest. Partially, we're in this situation because we're all lazy. Myself especially. We're not.
Yeah,
no one's going to be keeping like a head count of like what white name and brown shitter is going to be doing. Is there a way?
I think we should just accept that if we ever care enough to just ban a white name, it's because they have been really fucking annoying, and them not being a contributor is a very good excuse. But I think we should just accept that it's fine. I'm fine with that.
Part of life.
I don't have any moral problem.
Okay.
Is it so hard to check once a month for like a list of people who've joined, seeing if they've done anything?
I feel like if that's made into a routine, then that could work. But I am a little skeptical still of how that's going to be like upheld.
Is there some way of tracking to see if like a user has joined and they haven't if they've been somewhat active but they haven't written anything, or to like a ping somewhere so they can be like, this user has been here for 3 months, hasn't done anything along those lines. Can we investigate that?
It's not.
I mean,
I think it's also.
Can you deploy the investigation
not
team?
that many people join in 3 months.
I mean, let's
but like,
stay active.
I think 3 months is kind of little because like you can just float in and out of it, in and out of any interest in way longer than 3 months. Like maybe I just join now, I forget about it in 2 weeks, then I come back 6 months later and like, oh, this is interesting.
So I mean,
and
you don't have to like. Then you don't have to get like a role. I mean, I think if you try to write an article, you post a draft, I think that should be treated the same as if you actually completed one, because it shows you have interest in it.
I want to say I don't want to enforce. This is I was talking about this earlier. This is like a policy, I guess, like a vague guideline that I want to have in our policies, which is that I don't want to. Besides like staff positions, I don't want to have any like rule that punishes people for like not being constantly active, because obviously people have lives outside. So I don't want to have like a timeout where it's like you have to contribute that fast.
I think we should narrow down like what we want to catch.
RPC hard mode. Write an article in 6 months.
Right. Basically, we want to catch the spring traps.
The leeches.
The spring traps. Like
if you really want to,
kind of people we want to kill.
If you really want to whittle it down, I think that it's better to see who has been active for a matter of 6 months. At that point, that is a cutoff. Like you have to have done something for the community, whether that be making art or writing. Otherwise, what are you doing here? Why are you in this community where you're not contributing at all?
Yeah, that's what I say. For example, one person we would ban in this system would be Springtrap, and one person we would not ban would be a fluffy pubic hair because they're writing a draft.
We should just use another name for them.
I'm willing to bet that if you analyzed the white names and you saw like what percentage of their posts exist in what channels, that the ones that we don't like have a way larger share in general.
I believe we could enact this rule by banning Springtrap.
Yep.
I think we just give Springtrap a timer.
Let's just ban him anyway.
Bro, Springtrap. No, Springtrap.
How annoying is?
He's gotta
go. It's like not worth it.
Hold on. How annoying?
Worth it. They're not going to that article worth reading.
I would like to know, how annoying is he?
He's stuck in the 2016 culture war.
No, it's not even. Okay. He's just like a masterclass fucking baiter. He's so good at it. He's so fucking good at baiting. He like
maybe we should give him a legacy.
It sounds like it's working on you right now.
For context, Yeah. For context, Thermic, Springtrap was specifically put here by Tarp to keep me humble in politics.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I think we should let him stay like a legacy member.
Look. I'm fine with this. I'm not sure how much we should penalize just staying here. I guess.
We're not penalizing staying here. We're penalizing people here coming just to talk in politics or something.
Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, that's I want to say. I mean, that's why I was on board with the original proposal. Just that, like, you need one of the contributor roles as like a pass for entry into off topic.
If I think that by itself, if I can like jump in, I think that by itself, that doing like, I'm not sure who said that, but doing like a month or 3 month trial where we just kind of lock off topic and politics behind the contributor role and see how it goes with like newbies, whether we get like any new articles out of it, I think that would make a good experiment. Like
that'd be really good. Yes.
The results will never be instant.
We could try both. I think we could try both like in different periods.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I
I
really
think
don't
that
think that you need like 3 months to write a simple like 500 to 1,000 word article. Like people who join usually to write here are like middle schoolers or something, 18-year-olds, 18-plus-year-olds who essentially have the time to fucking write this sort of shit and don't have jobs, don't have families.
Ideally, we would have uni students or uni graduates, but yeah.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up, specifically like our target writing groups. But I'll wait to see if the conversation shifts.
Oh yeah, can we? Do we think we're done talking about the final solution? Do you want to move on?
I would like to, if I
try both
may,
proposals at
Have
different
we
times.
have we actually
I
like come
may.
to a
Excuse
conclusion
me,
on it,
one
though?
person at a time, please.
Have we decided what we're gonna do exactly? Because we floated a lot of ideas around.
I don't think we ever
I'm sorry, I
decide
didn't catch it.
things
I
in
didn't catch
staff
it. We
meets.
did.
I think
Oh,
think
well, we
could
sort
do
of
both,
agreed on
like,
trial
one period of-
periods.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
we could
3-month
try
thing.
both ideas. Like, there's two different approaches that I'm seeing. One is locking off topic, and the other is just like not locking off topic, but in 3 months, if you don't do shit, we ban you. Like, I think both apply because there's two interesting angles here. Like, people stay because of the community and then they contribute, or people contribute and then stay because of the community. Like, you see how those two are different.
Yeah.
I think we're
It's
stuck in
worth
like
trying
between a rock and a
both
hard
to
place.
see.
Okay, I want to write this down.
Yeah, I think it's worth trying both to see which one is more effective.
So, lock off topic and politics to contributor roles, or what is it? Monitor like activity. What? How should I write this? I guess
We do
players,
both.
sort of.
Just write it in like the most dystopian way you can picture right now.
Okay, monitor. Let's see. what do you
Name
call it?
armbands.
Yeah, true.
Monitor problematic individuals.
You know, we could put a little
Tra-
star
track-
next to their
Track
names just to know
problematic
who they are.
individuals. Okay. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
just put that.
Colin will just join like and heard track problematic individuals and immediately left.
All right.
All right. I would like to bring something up that has been gotten to my attention from multiple users recently. For the next topic, is that okay?
All right. I was going to guide it with the survey questions, but you can go ahead.
There's been concern talking about our very own bot, Toddbot, and specifically about the
roulette, lottery.
yeah, the slot machine.
Sorry, the slot machine. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of users have stated that like, yeah, it's an okay. Like, we're not like saying we're gonna limit the fucking word.
We were sort of talking about this. We were sort of talking about this before you came in. We were talking about. I think most of us agreed that we're on board with like. I described it as professionalism, like because basically because people don't want to associate if it's like trashy. They won't maybe advertise it as much.
I mean, objectively,
so
I feel
we
like
already
the
talked
reason.
about that. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like the reason like it's being removed is just because it's not funny anymore. Like, the point is
I
why it
agree
was
with that too.
It's also not funny. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was
funny
the reason
enough.
why it's there is because it was funny when it was made, and then after a while, it stopped being funny, and we just have to like find something equally funny now.
And it's
Like
also
the reason. What you say, Tarb?
And it's also broken. The slot machine.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
broken
true.
too. I agree.
Yeah, it's very broken.
It was in need of a replacement, and I think Reds looks pretty good. Though some people have issue with it because they say it's too. A Qual, I think you said it looked too bland. I think it's fine. Like it doesn't need to be hilarious. It doesn't need to be gut busting. It's just a slot machine.
But I feel
I will say right now with Red
we-
directly in front of me that I think I would rather gut myself than put that on our bot.
Someone mentioned an idea earlier saying that what we could do is just have it tied to any event that we're doing. And I think that's a good idea, but
do you know how much extra work
that would be cute, but it would be a lot of work. I agree.
I mean, if it's extra work.
How many times do you have an event?
Themes. Like we have to tell you
every 6 months.
Themes.
You're cutting out so fucking hard. You're peaking.
Yeah.
Because I'm screaming. I'm sorry, but Qual, we have to tell you like every fucking time. Please don't make the theme too much. Is it really that fucking hard to make an image for a slot machine?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's we don't do it very often. We're probably gonna do it once a year. so it's not even a problem. We can do it.
Ooh,
It's
once a year.
Once a year.
just you, by the way, Paul. Like we could just commission someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul, I know you can do it. I know you can't do it.
Look. So here's the one thing that about this policy I wanted to ask. So the original complaint was that the bot, with certain users, they come here, they show their friends are uncomfortable with the bot using so much of the N-word. To some extent, are we just doing like direct uses of the N-word from the bot, or just the slot machine itself? Because if it's just
Dotbot has quite a lot of nigger commands.
The slot machine is the big
Also,
one. I know it has
picking
some.
commands, I think those are a lot. I won't lie.
It has some reactions, but I don't really care about those because they have to be triggered.
I mean, that's the point. That's what we're talking about.
I think the I'm picking is a lot, but it's also really funny. So I'm not sure.
Funny.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Can we apply it only to work on one channel? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
One more time. I didn't hear you.
You don't know this. You don't know this, Niall, but in off-topic in politics, if you put, there's like a chance every post that the bot just like drops a certain amount of currency, and the way it's formatted right now, whenever it happens, it posts a cotton picking image. I think you can imagine how that goes. I think that's also a bit too much, but also I find it really funny.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we should get. That's a little funny. It's a little.
It's too good to get rid of.
It's funnier than the slots.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's legacy. It's our culture.
It's funny, but also it's like behind politics and off topic. So if we're going to lock those, then yeah, I'm whatever.
True. That's also a good point. All right, are we done talking about?
By the time you kind of get, okay, imagine if it's like locked behind. I think it's fine. Like, imagine if there's like currently like a wall of topic. A guy comes in, he like starts working on a draft. He sees that all of us like keep saying nigger, but we're like polite. We're helping him. We're like kind of like pointing him in the right directions. He finally gets like says, okay, these guys are kind of weird, but I kind of like the surroundings. They're pretty good. Like he finally gets his draft out. People like congratulate him. They welcome him to off topic, and he gets put up to pick fucking cotton.
Yeah.
This is how radicalization begins, by the way.
I think as a method of radicalization, we need to keep cotton picking.
Yeah.
It really is just a large push to get us to pick as much cotton as possible. Just free labor.
Now, new topic.
Okay. What? Oh, hazards. Yes.
New hazard.
I kind of don't care about new hazards. Well, we sort of talked about this in off topic. No, not off topic. In staff staff suggestions. We had that chat. I don't think there's anything to say.
I think it's a matter of like what is needed for the moment, and I think that's a matter for. Do we still have a lore team? I don't even know if we do anymore.
I think there's two people.
We did the docket.
I think. We have the docket. We have docket, and we have lore team. We have the proper lore team, but it's just I think Blair and GTPY.
That's a matter. Yeah, that's a matter of lore team to just come up with at that point, because that's whether or not they should add something new. Because like a certain kind of anomaly had been more prevalent or something.
I think we mostly have enough. There are only a handful of things. Like I've mentioned, there are only a small number of things I've seen that I've even thought weren't already covered, and even then, like. It's a little hard to add them this late. I've talked about this because, like, are we going to go back to old articles and then put the hazards on those ones if they apply to them, or what?
No, because we're always something you chose to put in there.
That's what I did for when I was doing curation team.
Some of you people are stronger than me. No.
I don't know how I feel about that because I really don't like. I mean. I kind of don't really care if people are touching my hazards. I mean, I don't care about hazards much at all, so I wouldn't really be offended. But like, I don't know if it's happening or not. I don't know. Because that would be kind of a problem.
Look, this is a matter of basically quality control, considering that this needs to be sort of like a format that needs to be followed. So in terms of that, I feel like I should be free to edit. No matter what people say.
So here's how I view it. How I view hazards. Hazards are essentially just like a tagging system to see like what a person would generally like to find in an article. Yeah, they have like some in-lore coolness, but that's mainly what they're used for. I don't think that like we should retroactively like keep going down the list, seeing if this one hazard applies to each article. But if someone like
I will do that. I will do that.
Yeah. If it's like
I don't mind.
If it's like egregious, like I had the like, it's not important. You don't need examples. But if it's like obviously central to the article, then it would make sense to add it for tagging purposes. If I didn't actually think of it that way, but that's a good point.
No, all right, then if you're willing to do it, you're willing to do it.
I mean, it's not like a.
I will do it.
It doesn't have to be like a sweep. It can just be like casually you're reading it and you're like, oh, the hazard didn't exist back then. I'll add it.
The one thing. So I guess I don't know if we want to go into this. What hazards were proposed?
There were
digital hazards. First, may I say something first?
Yes.
I think there's something we're considering here is that hazards are not just tags. They're the first thing you see when you load up an article. There is a convincing reason from the perspective of the writer to omit hazards that apply later, and that is why for a while we just let people use whatever hazards they want to. I don't think it's a good idea to actively curate that anymore. But I have to say there's a caveat. People don't give a shit. Like there's a very few specific cases where this applies, and I don't think anyone would really care. But it's worth considering.
I agree. I do not care.
So if there are new hazards, we'll let them be proposed. We can see if we like them.
Do we want to do like a proper like? I guess that could be just like a lore thing. I don't know, like because there's not really like an outlet where you're like, I guess except maybe Office or lore.
And we can always just do like a poll, like just a general like a free question, free answer to a question. What are your hazard pitches? We collect them all. We kind of categorize them. We vote which one we would like want to get in, and that's that.
I thought hazard votes would be kind of neat, but like only infrequently.
Yeah, like once every 2 years, I think.
Yeah, we can do it like build it around GDs. Like every time those guys come around, they say, okay, we need to like look back at what we've been like having, and then see whether we need more hazards.
Yeah, it didn't mind me of the GD elections. Okay, I mentioned lore.
This is very different what I did back then. I remember just like making a hazard by like seeing, hey, we don't have something that's actually pretty prevalent. And then I just like ask someone a favor to make me art, and then just give it a description. That's very different to what we do now.
Okay,
that's fair.
We got a couple comments. Excuse me, was someone talking?
No, I was just going to say no. I don't know if anyone else had something, but Double, you wanted to talk about the demographics poll.
Yeah, I mean, I started off talking about the demographics poll. We sort of got off talking about the community, and I mean that's fine as long as we're making progress. But I was trying to bring it back. A couple people mentioned. I brought up a lore. A couple people mentioned that this is a common theme. This is something that people said last time. It's something that people are pretty much always saying is that the lore server is. They think it's too. A couple people thought it was too inactive.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the lore server should exist as a separate entity from the community, from the main server. That's just my opinion. My 2 cents. My little drop on the sand.
I don't really agree with that. I don't think lore needs a lot of changes. I think I've always said it's kind of designed to be dead because the point is that it has a million channels for everything, and if you need to be in a channel to have an on-topic conversation, then it's perfect. Otherwise, you don't really need it.
Well, here's the double entendre with that. How many people are going to check lore for that specific question if it's dead?
That's a good point.
Most people just go to Writer's Lounge.
Yeah. That's one.
Someone mentioned they think. Let's see. Someone said, "I want it to be easier." This is from later on, but I lumped it in here because it seemed relevant. I want it to be easier to access Vapor lore for new authors. Maybe Discord can be used for that.
I'm gonna be honest. The only people I see frequently using lore are like Table and TTPY.
I mean, I use lore usually when someone else posts in to see whether someone has like a writing project or some kind of discussion regarding exactly lore. Like my internal logic is okay. The general this server is for discussing with others and hanging out, and like when there's like a draft, I can crit it, and lore is like for actual productive work specifically.
Let's call it spade. Lore filled a very specific niche at the time when there were a lot of separate like cliches of RPC people who wanted to come together and get something finalized or make like a big project. So, for instance, RCPA. At the time, there was like a specific writer who wanted to write for that type of content. And if they were to do that in RPC general along with other people, it would get too crowded and too many ideas. They couldn't coordinate properly. So we created those channels for people to coordinate ideas for those specific groups. Now things are a little bit more are a little bit smaller. They're a little bit more individualistic. So that's why the server isn't being used anymore.
I think lore is fine. It would be nice if we could have like constant like in-universe discussions there, but I think it's pretty much fine the way it is. And I created the reading club like a year ago because people said there was nothing to talk about there, so I wanted there to be something to talk about always.
I think it's working.
It's not very accurate. It's not very active, but it's active enough that there's at least one conversation going on per week, so that's nice.
It's fine. The only reason we have that server is because the pedophile who tried to frame me had to be kicked out of the server.
Sad, so sad.
This is history. Yes, this is true.
Can we bring him back? Maybe he will revive lore.
We say that, but like, what is there to do, realistically?
Nothing.
Realistically, I think in the end, it's a question of practicality. I agree that in theory, if there was like too much discussion regarding like groups of interest, lore questions and such into the general server, that the lore server would come in. But the question is always less what to do with lore server and more how to prompt discussion regarding lore. So the moment that so essentially that I think lore server should stay like outside exactly for archiving purposes and organization regarding specific like projects, but that we should work towards like promoting more writing as always.
The only idea that comes to mind would be some version of the rotation channel, but specifically in lore that would talk about a different RPC topic.
I mean, that's kind of reading club, but I see what... Let's see, there's actually... I feel like what someone mentioned...
activities like that.
We have a couple people who are talking about things in this ballpark here. Someone said, let me see. It feels to me that over the course of the past year or so that there has been a major retraction in interest to actually write or engage with the site. And someone else said they don't think the community is running well. They don't think it's a good sign that the authority community is writing at a low rate. I have to say to that first person that I don't think it's... I think that happened longer than a year ago. But...
What, did we stop writing as much?
That writing slowed down. I mean, it's been that way. Like, I think this year has actually been quite a bit better than last year.
The previous one, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I remember last year we were like discussing, is this the time that like RPC finally dies? Is this the time that
There was like an article,
summer, baby.
There was like an article per month at points. It was pretty sad.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I think the reason. The reason why we kind of like slowed down is because we all fucking grew up. Because we all like kind of like how many of us kind of finally finished college and are looking to like find a job. Like it's our most active writers. Like What the fuck?
We grew up.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I've been meaning to speak on
What I'm
this
saying
so
is, like,
much.
I think we have to like face the fact that what happened 2 years ago is that so much shit happened in the community that, like, going back to writing projects after so many articles got pulled was like, oh shit, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. This is
No,
depressing.
I don't believe that at all. Look, at the end of the day,
It was the case for me. It was the case for me. I could not fucking look at an article for a year. I could not do it. I'm good at it now. I'm reading now, but I could not fucking do it.
I mean, Alma, I think I agree with you. I remember when I came back in 2022, like things felt like really dire, but I think the direct effect of that might have faded, and now I think what you said about like people having other obligations, it brings more true.
My perspective on this is that it's just that a lot of us have grown up. Like, for instance, Blaren's gotten, I think, his master's. Gizmo's in, like, college hell. Carb's in college hell. Red's in college hell. Dexo's in college.
That's...
Yeah, the student revolution is trying to hunt you down and kill you.
Alma is in college hell. I don't know if both...
No, he isn't.
I finished college. I have a job now.
They are in Indian work hell.
But we need to face the fact that a lot of people who, if they're going to write, are going to be fresh faces trying to break into creative writing. And that we need to kind of reorient our ways around that.
I mean, I absolutely agree. I mean, we can't milk the same people. It's natural to sort of, you know, phase out over time, or at least go in waves.
Like a little, what would be the name? A little writing workshop every week for new writers or something.
That would be a lot of fun. I think SCP used to have something like that, actually.
Yeah, they do.
They still do? I don't know.
I came up with that idea independently.
You
stole it. You stole it, man. I'm sorry.
I would happily like show up to maybe like a monthly writing.
Sure. I'm just saying monthly, weekly, whatever.
Hangout thing.
The thing that I want to touch on, and maybe this is just me vibing, but in the community, we've had, let's be honest, we've had a lot of problems like New Year. Not everybody who comes in is immediately somebody that like we want to join. But we have to face the fact that there are just new faces, and we've turned them away one way or another for not immediately gelling within the community as equally as they just like drop any interest in writing and go to off topic.
I'm sort of like mixed on that opinion, because I think, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You didn't say this, but you almost say that with like the impression that it's our duty to make as many people who, I mean, I guess in a way it is, but a lot of people who show up like just aren't going to gel with it anyway, and that's fine. Like, it's fine for them to discover that and leave. But at the same time, I do think that we should, there's been a running theme. We're talking about professionalism, onboarding, and all that. And I think a lot of us are on the same page in that we are willing to change things to welcome new people.
Look, it's not something that like staff are going to be able to regulate. We're not going to have like this 12-hour discussion of like a user calls a newbie annoying. We're going to bring him before the court and say like, okay, is him complaining about him spamming actually correct, or is he being a meanie bobini? The main thing is that we need to recognize younger writers are going to be put on this. And this is a topic that I really want to bring up, and that might be controversial. I want to drop the 18 plus.
No.
Oh,
no,
not this again.
Fuck no.
No.
I'm sorry, but fuck no. Like,
I don't... Look, as early college student.
We can cauterize Dusk Americans. That's an interesting thing.
Look, at the end of the day,
No,
Please,
listen,
no more-
I
no
get
more
what you're doing, but
sounds.
hell to the fuck no. Like we
I need more
have
children
we
blaring.
don't
I need more
forbid
children.
people like to write for the page. Like they can start writing on the forums. But the thing is, this server is for interaction, like with hanging out. A lot of people here don't want to hang out with 14 and 16 years old
And shouldn't.
like exactly. Like it's listen, if they want, they can like fucking make their own servers. Like fucking like. But then of course that's going to attract all the fucking pedophiles and groomers. But I don't want 14 and 16-year-olds to be constantly coming here and having like to work with them. Like I would like if people that are here I can have like a natural conversation with and not have them like be suffering from like having like here in their special place. Like that's the biggest problem they have. I don't want those
wolves
kinds
are
of
hungry.
people.
We need to let in the sheep.
But at the same time, that could just be a problem with moderation.
No!
You need we need to face
Look,
at least to some extent.
Sona said a lot of things to Fesh in chat, and he also DM'd her because they were in the same community. They were able to DM each other. We can moderate DMs. We shouldn't allow a space for like
on my proposal
18-year-olds to talk with like 12-year-olds. That is not a good thing. It shouldn't be a thing anywhere on the internet. There shouldn't be minors here, nigga.
I just believe that a lot of that. Look, when we all joined here, we were all significantly younger and at different places than we were.
And there were
a lot of the people who stay here. If I could speak on my own,
let Paul speak for a minute. I mean, I'm ready to call him an
whether
idiot too.
Whether you agree with it or not, a lot of the writers are high schoolers going into college. And it's just shown over time that the users who stuck around are kind of growing out of it. I believe we need new faces, and I believe we need new people interacting with the community. Now, I believe that RPC, the central server, this Discord server, is a central part of the community and why people connect. And not only that, it's also kind of pretty much how you get cred. You go like on a normal crit forums, there are people who will show up, but there can just be like no way of like attracting crit to your post just by doing the forums alone. Yes, there are obvious issues with like an annoying 15-year-old.
Lord server is not 18 plus.
Well, I'm sorry. I want to say.
But Lord server is dead.
Wait, please. First of all, okay, the problem, I don't think anyone really cares if 15-year-olds are writing. Like, obviously, I mean, there's never been any rule change on that. It's been the same way. It's not RPC, it's this server in particular that's the problem. Like, for that, like, age grouping thing. And if they want to have that was part of the reason I opened Reading Club, because people complained that there was nothing to do there. They can join in that. There are often conversations there they can have, and if they need crit, they can post in the Lore has a writing channel, and people do check it. I mean, maybe it's not as active as the ones in this server, but it's not like if you post it there, you'll get a good number of people responding.
It is incomparatively inactive to the main server, and I feel like
if I have to choose between less articles and more people getting groomed, I'm choosing no articles and no people getting groomed.
Yes,
it's not.
We literally banned a groomer. We literally banned a groomer yesterday.
It's okay, but even after the 18+ rule, we still encounter these types of situations. What was
less of them?
Like, just because we get like younger users, Qual, they're not going to play D&D with you.
And I don't want to. We already have a full party. But the thing is, like the way that I see it, why we don't have like younger users is to avoid grooming, and because younger users are really annoying to talk to. So what happens is now that we have like Lore server where younger users can, if they want to write, they go there and they write. If they like the process of writing, they stay there long enough to grow up, mature, and finally join the general server where they can find a larger community. Alternatively, someone who is like 16 lies about their age, gets into the general server, and one of two things happens. One, he is immediately found out and banned, but let to go into the lower server. Or two, he is mature enough to like not be annoying as a typical 16-year-old and just lies about his age until he is of age. In that case, you still have like your underage writer you're pining for so much, and it's not annoying for them to talk. The worst thing that could happen, arguably, is that he does get groomed, and that's because he was lying about his age, something that we really couldn't have known unless like we know him privately or he somehow shared his personal ID.
All right, but here's this entire giddy up. How many times we're talking hypotheticals? How many times has this actually happened where like a writer sticks into the lore server? Because in my personal experience, usually writers, when they go to the lore server, they typically see that the server is dead and just generally lose interest because the server is dead to that extent.
I would be down to like come up with ways to make lore more interesting and engaging. I'm kind of tired of talking about it.
Honestly, I think that's a completely like we're just going for the wrong angle. We don't fucking want teenagers. The best writers we have are all like in uni or about to go to uni or uni graduates, and that's true of new writers as well. I think shooting for fucking teens is not a good idea.
Yeah, I think if they're doing it on the site, then good for them. And if they're patient enough to like wait until they're 18 to join the server, well then good for them too.
Or smart enough to just not say it. Like I feel like part of the reason, like what Gizmo said, is that the people who are smart enough to not say their age are usually the people who don't overshare and can like have basic safety skills.
I mean, if anything, if we want younger users, if we kind of like said, okay, and we need to have someone get younger users, I would have them to be just readers, not writers, readers and commenters, because we need those desperately as well. Like the point is that the reason why people have started like writing for SCP in the past is because they get introduced by watching like Let's Plays by Markiplier. They grow up and they try it out while they're in like high school or college because they remember it fondly. If anything,
and then they get groomed by Dr. Bright.
Exactly. So in conclusion, we need Dr. Bright. Are there any volunteers, ladies and gentlemen?
That should be our business. I agree.
I want to mention that SCP is now 18 plus. I don't know how long it's been that way, but it is now.
They are now, yes, and it was that way like during the Bright scandal, but they had a grandfathering system like we did.
And I'm pretty sure even with them, they have brought up this exact problem, that it has seen like a significant dip in users and in activity.
Well, it's not just because of that. For them, it's also because, and I think no one else is saying this, but I'm going to say it. Online fiction has been on the downward for years.
I mentioned this like 2 days ago in general. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Well, at the same time,
what you guys should know is that SCP-ES and SCP itself had been on the downturn for years. Like SCP-ES, I've been talking to those guys recently. Their demographics poll has gone down by like maybe 90% in responses since quarantine. I think it's just like a universal we have to deal with. Like,
yeah, I actually mentioned this. I think I was talking about this with Gizmo once, like in DMs. Just like this is like the entire industry is fucked. Actually.
Well, if I have to choose between the safety of like a minor and getting more articles, like it's not worth it.
Excuse me. Let's see about like reaching people. This hasn't really. I didn't really touch on this. It was like sort of mentioned in the survey, but I didn't take any notes on this because it's always like the most wishful thinking, like having like a multimedia stuff. But what I do want to mention, because I think Gizmo has something to say about this, social media. I took some notes on. A lot of people commented on different social outlets they thought were underutilized. We had, let's see, 2 people mentioned the Steam group, the subreddit, the Twitter. Someone said, let's see. I think it would be interesting to see the RPC Authority Steam maybe get some revitalization or just shut down at this point. Okay, let's
What
see.
the fuck
And then
use is
I
that?
mean, the whole point of
Wait.
the Steam group is like a plan B in the case that Discord ever takes us down. That was the whole
Okay.
point we set it up in the first place.
Okay, bad
Yeah.
example, I guess. All right, but
That's
the
awful.
let's see. R/the RPC Authority probably needs some sort of daily / weekly discussion threads to liven it up. Reading groups, ideas, current progress on drafts, etc. Otherwise, it mainly consists of that one guy's YouTube videos and the occasional fan art. And the RPC Twitter is literally just East Side Show reposts. Motherfucker, do something. Satoshi did more to RPC than the Twitter did the past 7 years.
I will be
So
honest.
true,
It's mostly because, and I run the Twitter. It's mostly because
Thermic, that
no
was one
one,
of the questions where they asked about if they should kill
else
you.
makes art or anything, and I'm only really retweet like art and stuff.
Bro,
No
you
one
can
makes art,
repost
dude.
things.
Wait. I
You
think
can repost things from art repository. Like people
I wanted
post things
to-
that every now and then.
that's true.
I suppose,
I wanted to bring this up because if Gizmo wants to jump in,
Useless.
I know Gizmo had some things to
Regarding
say about.
like I
Yes,
have like an
social
entire
media.
topic when it comes to that. Like,
Yeah, you can get
Alright.
into that now.
So essentially, I think I already posted like let me actually pull up the demographics poll so I have like something to back my stuff, my ideas up.
I did notice that like nobody said they used pretty much anything except YouTube, but that doesn't necessarily mean that can't be a target audience in the future.
Oh no, exactly. That is the most important thing when it comes to kind of like social media. Because all right, so I'm going to try and keep this like extremely as short as as short, brief. There you go, like as short as possible, brief. Yeah.
You know what they say? Being as short as possible is generally more intelligent than taking too long to say what you mean.
When it comes to social media, YouTube has for the longest while been essentially the forefront for SCP and RPC, usually through readings. What I believe is that we can and should try out possible other forms, for example, Instagram and TikTok. Now, I will immediately, what's the word for it in English? Cut this down. The point isn't for us to kind of like start selling something. It's just to like share the site and what we have offer for writing and for reading in a format that's going to make people interested to come here and read the whole thing. So it won't be just like shortening articles for like quick reading and quick skimming like slop. It's just gonna be like previews of articles, previews of ideas for people to get interested and hooked on.
Gizmo,
I will say on the TikTok angle. If we're doing that, I hope we don't go the angle of like fucking pixelated harmony or fucking Rojak.
I was about to say
the Hawaiian shirt guy, because those guys really made terrible TikToks.
Like, when I first heard this, I was like really anxious because I pictured those like cringe compilation SCP TikToks, but Gizmo explained to me a little better, and I'm kind of on board now because the way he described it is like, it's not about like selling ourselves. It's not about like trying to make these professional looking like advertisements for the writing. It's more about like providing a window into the community, and like, I mean, that's like the genuine community, like not just the writing. I mean, it can be the writing, obviously that's important, but also, you know, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we think, the way the Discord acts.
And it's the things that we would promote. Like, it would not just be articles, but like it would be events, announcements of polls. It would be, for example, a reading club as well, and a chance to essentially have people come to discuss it to the lore server or at the platform that it is happening at. It's exactly as Double said it. It's a window into our community, and the point is to come to the wiki, come to the servers, be it the lore server or general one, and then just stay there. YouTube, again, is the most used one, and with TikTok and Instagram being so low, I think that would be like the best points to target people with. Reddit has shown itself that it isn't really working because you can't really make people use Reddit.
Not as a primary source.
Also, no one here is really
as the guy who runs
Reddit user.
As the guy who runs that, I agree. It's not a great primary thing.
I want. I'm gonna say something very harsh.
Okay.
The breadth of it is that I don't think we're gonna do a fucking TikTok. I don't think anyone has like the schedule to do a TikTok. My big problem is we say all these things. I don't think anyone's going to be editing or doing videos going over TikToks. Maybe one of you, because immediately someone says they're going to come up with it. I don't know.
Well, maybe both could do it.
We should make a mog edit.
I had that concern. I had that concern too, and I'm
to be
still
honest, with social media,
continue.
Jeremy could just put a little bit more effort, look into our repository and stuff to
I'll
post
do it.
drawings,
And-
RPCs.
I will do it.
So many of these
That concern been brought up.
I think Cole's concerns are very like founded, and I agree. Well founded. If we could get into a good routine, I always say that. I mean, like, because it has to be a thing we do regularly. And I mean, I think in some ways it's not going to be, obviously it's short form content, so it doesn't take as much production. Like, it's not like I have to sit down and record a whole reading. It's like I have to record maybe, like, I have to make a 20-second video or something, just explaining something. And I mean, it has to be engaging, of course, that too, but it's smaller scale. And
I won't lie, I don't think anyone posting about this actually uses TikTok often. I don't use Instagram either. I think it's not exactly also fitting the kind of thing that we do.
I think that's what Gizmo's getting at. We don't use it, but I think he's looking for like a young adult audience on those platforms.
There's some value in
I'd say
as a funnel to bring people in, because you can get a lot of eyes on it, and you could use it to get people actually interested in it. But again, you got to ask yourself, like, what kind of people are going to be going into it, and it's going to be mostly like babies.
I mean, it depends on how the content is made.
You can't just like make something short form content. It's not that fucking easy. You have to know how to do it. It's not that. It doesn't do itself, Like, if you force it, it's going to come off force. It's what I'm saying.
I agree. It shouldn't. I mean, I think like it's obviously going to take some knowledge and some thinking. That's the thing. That's the other thing I was concerned about. Like, in trying to be professional, I didn't want to be soulless.
Well, no one said it needs to be only one person. I mean, if we really wanted to make it like a regular thing to give off events and announcements and stuff like that, we could just have a bunch of people work on it whenever we need, like, to make an announcement of some kind.
Well,
we didn't see it like, for example, Instagram. I think more than enough is just having one regular post and one reel. So that's literally just one piece of artwork or one announcement of like a reading club, essentially, what we're going to be reading, and one reel that is kind of like just a line or two of the actual article that is being done. And that's it. Like, we don't have to be posting every day, nor should we pipe to like post every day. We're going to be running out of like content really, really, really fast if we do that. But one reel, one post a week, and we're golden.
I have to apologize. I'm not the expert on this. I thought like Instagram and TikTok, like the content was like could be like mirrored across both platforms.
It can.
It
can be. TikTok, I'm not sure how much it has changed. From what I know, the reason why people go to TikTok is due to their, TikToks, like the reels, like the videos that are being done. I'm not really sure that... is there like an option just to post images on TikTok? I'm not really... there isn't, right?
Yeah, there's an option. Like, there's an option to post images, and there's an option to... honestly,
like
there's a lot of things you can do. And that's what I've been saying. Like, it's not so much high effort, and we can make regular announcements on things through the TikTok. All we really need is like it can't just be one person for that one, because if we want to keep it regular, to like talk about something new or just have like a topic come up for like an announcement.
Dude, I have an idea. I think this will work. What if we get an obese person in a scientist lab coat? Reading out RPCs, bro.
Yeah. I like where you're going.
Sacrifice.
Here. I like where you're going here. Blairin, put on the lab coat.
I think we should have like a Blairin go and like have like a full 3D scan of his entire body, and then we should like use it as a 3D model.
You're not gonna believe what this RPC did.
Wait, I want to.
You're not gonna.
You said it multiple people, Thermic, I think, right? The multiple people we working. I mean, it could be. I think it would definitely be like a team if this came into fruition. I also, I mean, it has to be personal. I think that's an important thing. Like the worst thing you could do is make it seem like it's like it is an adventure. Like it's not an. How about it's not an adventure. It's an adventure. How about that? It's about trying something new. And we can be like,
it would need to be voluntary first.
We can put ourselves into it. I mean, like we don't have to be faceless. We can be like,
you know what?
I mean, you can, honest to God, you can just tell Pearson to like make a simple like fucking 2D animation talking about like an event, and that's about it.
Oh, we could get Pearson on.
You know what a viable strategy. I hate to admit it, but I've used TikTok more than once in my life. I think an actually like proper method that would work is if, I mean, it wouldn't be one channel though. It would be people who post shit that's like, it's like the formula. Oh, you heard of this thing? And the next fucking slide, it's an image. Oh, wait till you hear this shit. And it's like, oh my god, this RPC is crazy. As crazy as it sounds, it fucking
for the love of God.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about actually.
I'm talking about like what is the word? Like power creep baiting, essentially.
Oh,
those kind of posts.
If we ever do that, just shoot me now.
Reacting to RPCs, uncanny level.
Listen, if we ever do that, just shoot me. We're not doing like the fucking power.
We could even put a troll face at the end of it, dude. Come on.
We already have like I'd say that the best thing is that we already have a very strong sense of like cringe. That the moment we start power bait creeping, that we can like actually vote to execute the person currently in charge of like the social media, and then we just like put someone else to it. I think that the social, let's call it like for now, the social media team. Like the social media team can be as big or rather small as the critics corner one. We just literally need like a couple of guys deciding what's gonna get posted this week and just doing it at the right time. That's it. Like we just that's literally it. Like maybe like some of us, anyone can come up with an idea regarding it. Anyone can kind of like go to the social media team and say, hey, can you guys do this and this? I have like an idea, and that's it. We can have like Pearson just make like short animations of different things. That can definitely work.
Yep.
Or we can just do like
readings. There's no one
simple
formula.
readings. Yeah,
like
there's no
there's something that works until it doesn't. Then you got to change it up and do something else.
I mean, it's YouTube is similar. I don't think that's like an alien idea. I feel
yes.
Like
the thing with TikTok is that it's such a hyper fucking accelerated version. Like trends, like you think like social media trends move quickly. TikTok is like at least like 10 times faster. It's actually it's abominable. It's awful.
I agree with
trends only last 2 weeks max.
All right.
So if we're going to be doing that, we have to be actively thinking about things and just milking it dry until the next thing comes up. Next thing comes up.
I feel like we can appeal without being like trend chasing. I feel like we can be novel in like by ourselves. I mean, that's a good point to focus on demand. Of course, it's never not. All right, I have multiple people responded things relating to homosexuality on this poll. Someone said they liked it because it was less gay than SCP. Someone said I have some periods of coming back and then going away again. I think the reason is that there's too much LGBT stuff.
Oh my lord!
I don't even.
Alma, are you ready for the suicide stream? That's gonna be like a first like TikTok or our first Instagram to show like what we.
That reminds me. Double.
Yes.
What staff got the lowest rating so we can kill them on stream?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't I know last year.
I think it's you actually. You got the worst. You got the most.
Actually,
I got double denial for sure got the best rating. Let's be honest.
I think
like you were very controversial. You had the most I hate you and the most you're awesome.
No, I think I got. Let me see it.
I'm talking about Tarb. Sorry, I'm talking about Tarb.
Tarb. Okay. I think
I've got the highest rating.
I don't Okay, I don't know who has. Let's see, who has the lowest? I think Proto got the most unsure ratings because he's not staff anymore, but we left him on by accident.
Okay. We were testing if people fucking knew.
It was paying attention, whether they're like.
Yeah, it's that fake out question. Okay.
Well, I mean, Kaiser, ICFD. I mean, he's not even here.
Oh, I mean, let me. I think someone mentioned. Where is it? Staff feedback. Okay. I think quite a few staff members are very dedicated to keeping RPC running, and I rarely hear of the other half doing anything. I feel like most people do like participate. I mean, you can't see what goes on in like contest chat, but I'd say Kaiser is the only staff member who I like rarely shows up. And I don't mean to throw him under the bus because he's a good guy, but
you can be honest, Double. You can say you want to kill him.
It's been a while since he's. Is he even on right now? Actually, I see if
he's not in the staff meeting.
No, but I mean, like, when was the last? Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, it was ages ago.
Yeah, his last post was April 20th.
Oh,
okay. I think it's time to actually
let Unk, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let him go, man. He's not that active anymore.
We could, just like, I don't know, shoot him a message. I remember that Proto and I talked about this. Proto and I talked about this before he left. Like, so this has been sitting around for a while, but I never really cared because he's like fine. Doesn't really matter. But like, if anyone wants
shoot him a message, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine,
okay.
Because he never does anything, so you can't really have an opinion on him.
All right. Let's see.
I think we're just gonna let him go from staff. I'm just gonna inform him.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's already
immediately.
I mean,
let's
yeah,
see.
because
do you really want to go for like a 3-round fucking interrogation? Like, what can you do better? We've done this before.
A 3-round interrogation. I mean, I think it's fine if he's just like not like interested.
But if he's not interested, then he shouldn't be staff.
I mean, I like we'd shoot him one like chance. The RPC.
All right.
We should just okay. You guys know him better than I do. I haven't talked to him as much. I think it's just fine to ask him, dude, are you still interested in being staff? You're not really active anymore.
I'm asking right now. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine to give him like one shot. Just say like, do you still care? Because then he can come back. I don't want to like oust him. I mean, we could, but like if he wants to help out, then I'm not gonna say no. He wants to be more active.
Threaten them that we're going to kill ourselves unless he comes back.
So true.
All right. This is another thing.
Let's bait him. That's an awesome idea.
I'm gonna give him a week. By the way, if he doesn't reply in a week, I'm just going to demote him.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. This is another one, the staff feedback category. I could have mentioned this earlier. I admire the stability the staff has managed to achieve, but I think we need more outreach. I think we've talked about that enough.
We used to have an outreach team. Stoke was the leader of that team.
Okay, yeah, we talked about it. I don't know what we're gonna do for outreach.
Well, this is. I mean, we don't. I could like write up a summary of this and everything we like. All the the consensus of every topic once we're done, maybe because I have the recording. Hopefully, it still looks like it's still going. But we're not gonna like come up with we're not gonna enforce the perfect plan during a staff meeting. It's basically just to, get together and be on the same page about things. So I think it's fine that we're not like coming to great conclusions. I feel like we've done a lot, and I feel like it's been pretty good.
Just kind of like talking and seeing like we're still staff. We're still all like hopefully mentally stable enough to be staff.
Yeah, this is actually the mental stability check. It's just like we're checking if you've lost it. Yeah,
it's the mental health.
How many people voted to hang and skin Thermic alive?
All of them.
Let's see. Someone sent in like a ridiculous like Chat GPT 5-paragraph essay on killing Thermic.
Here's how it.
Let's see.
Here's how we'll torture you, Thermic. Number 1, the marrow furnace.
Let's see. Wait. Historical records indicate that in comparable cases, methods such as controlled arterial laceration, spinal cord severance, and blunt force cranial collapse have been used to restore internal order and prevent structural drift. Okay, let's see. What is this?
No, I think the whole thing.
I think thermic should also be demoted as well, because the first answer to the poll is who ?
Okay, in conclusion, execution is warranted, not as retaliation, but as correction.
You can't do this to me!
Thermic line
It's pretty cut and dry, Thermic. I don't know what to tell you.
The Thermic line is a rat bastard who will not see the light of June 15th, 2028.
What is this Lowe's fucking compilation? Like, shit. If I ever set foot in New York, I'm gonna end or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got one more.
Your name will become a legend.
Okay, I think Tarb should also be reported to and executed by the cartel, but Thermic first.
True.
Okay, and I'm for the most part, I left off the subjective questions, but I felt it was interesting to note the most hated articles and the response to which one would you delete. We had more than I expected. We had 8 people said they wanted to kill RPC 840. That's the Venus apocalypse.
I think it's a trend. It is a dogshit article, but I also think it's just another result
it's a
of
trend.
RPC's dogpiling.
I agree. It's a trend. It's a dogpile, but it's really. I was really surprised that it was 8 people. That's a lot. That's more than I expected. Okay, and also second
how many
place.
Of them are alts? I can always say that they're all alts.
Second place. We got RPC 831 with 3. We got 2 mentions, and someone said they wanted to delete all of Chrome's articles, so count that as 3.
Not all of Chrome's articles are bad, but a lot of Chrome articles are bad.
Yeah, yes, some good articles. I don't agree with that. Okay, and the one I didn't expect, RPC 398 Spooky Scary Skeletons was mentioned twice, because it's a meme article. I have to say, if they don't like skeleton meme articles, then I'm glad they've never read 665. I'm glad they've never read 665 then, because that's even more extreme.
Aren't there 5 skeleton articles?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think they're all silly skeletons. I think that's the issue.
398.
The only reason people post about 398 is because of fucking art. Because look at that. Look at that photo.
Oh, that photo.
That
photo was pretty grim.
That's so.
I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned this earlier today. Why is the caption censored?
I don't know, bro.
Data, why is it censored?
What is in the caption that's so important?
Wait a minute. This thing is sentient but not sapience. It's fucking dancing. I think it understands complex ideas like dancing.
Dude, read my newest draft. It's so good.
Okay.
I mean,
where? Let's see, what?
Yeah.
What else? I think I'm
Which
reaching...
staff was the most beloved?
My great mistake was not asking for contest feedback. We did talk about the contest.
Didn't we?
I have 2 whole categories. I mean, in the survey, I mean, I have 2 whole categories here. Talking about hazard poker, which was this is obviously a month out of date, so it's not reflecting the current situation. By the way, just for the record, it's currently mayhem in the drafts form. We've got a lot, 5 last-minute entries. It's ridiculous.
I finished my article.
I mean,
congrats.
That is.
Yeah,
that is
right.
a little bit. That is a little bit of the fault of the people who did not do shit.
If you have 2 fucking months, stop fucking whining when not having
They're so accustomed
if you're
to
getting, fuck you.
They're so accustomed to extensions, everything happens late here, that they need the boot to hit their ass.
I think we should completely stop with, unless literally fucking war happens or something really bad happens in the community. Should be no more fucking extensions.
The only thing, bro. Look.
Yes.
The extensions is already a done deal. We're not doing extensions.
We agreed on that before this one. Personally, I don't I mean, I understand that we want to do things in a timely manner. And I understand that's the real problem with having extensions, but I understand that, and I don't really care what the decision is, but I think it's all right if they're late, as long as the articles do come out. If the deadline has to be a suggestion, like I'll just go whatever way the wind blows on that.
Look. The only reason, and I can't speak to this. For instance, the last contest. What was it again?
That was. Oh, geez, was that missing or was that? No,
That
it's
was
done and dusted.
missing.
Done and dusted.
No,
It was done and dusted.
No,
Done
yeah,
and
done and
dusted,
dusted. Done and dusted. There were a few late entries.
That wasn't an event, though. It was a contest.
There was a contest. I thought we said that, or wasn't it? I don't know. Whatever.
Sorry, contest. There were a few late entries. I let some of them pass. I don't regret doing that at all because it did allow for some pretty good articles that deserve to be in the contest. But moving forward, the only thing that I'm thinking of changing is maybe doing like another server-wide announcement saying, "Hey, the deadline's coming up in a week. Get your shit together."
That might be smart. I know that happened with that. That was how like the old Critics Corner worked. I remember Vaughn would always come out and that was kind of fun. That always got everyone.
Just kick someone in the ass about it, yeah.
Okay, so we're all for ass kicking.
I want to read some comments on both the contest and future contests because Paul brought that up, and those are some of my last categories. Okay, I'll just read some of these. This is about hazard poker. I think it's fun, but somewhat derivative. We had a random hazard competition in 2020. I mean, that's true. It was the inspiration. Let's see.
However, that was 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people weren't around back then.
And look, my thought process on if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're already getting
everyone. I thought everyone was on board with like 3 random hazards, and they were like some people just said they want to do another one like that, and that was it.
It's alright. Like,
yeah,
it's alright.
Okay,
if only Spambot could be here. He's suffering from success currently. It was a really good.
He's trapped in the Appalachian.
He's suffering from success.
He's being chased down by a great skinwalker in his grandfather's land.
Oh, that reminds me. Wasn't Gizmo did this? He put Spambot down as what was it? Great Chief Super Spambot on the server. Okay.
So true. Great
God.
Chief, many smoke signals.
Okay, another one about hazard poker. It was asked because it asked about, do you like how it's like a game? They said gamified contests are cool for authors, but make no lasting impression towards the wiki site itself or the culture of RPC. However mediocre it was, people still remember that one nuclear crater or Wild West themed event. I don't know if they made a typo here, and they said and the zillionth AOI/GOI writing contest featuring Mal. I assume they mean over the zillionth. I'm still confused because I don't feel like we had an AOI/GOI writing contest except like Broader Horizons, I guess.
We didn't.
I don't know. I don't know where they got that from, but I
think it's because we discuss it every year that we want to do like AOI, GOI, and then like they just assume that we want to keep doing it. But literally, the only contest was
war.
I did make a suggestion about a GOI to some people, and they're into it. The issue is that every time I do suggest it, the same critique comes in where we don't have enough GOIs and AOIs that are canon. Speaking of which, when the fuck are we gonna make fucking Omega Iota canon? They already have.
I'm going to kill you! I'm going to kill you! I'm reaching.
They already have the necessary articles.
Okay.
They already have the necessary articles.
Okay. Look, this isn't a staff problem.
We are not making a fucking hub explaining the conspiracy.
This is not a staff problem.
It's not going to happen.
Look,
we're not making a hub. We're not making a hub. No matter how many times Squall tells me to do it, we're not making a hub.
Can we talk more about future? Okay, now there's the second category. We have future contests. That was about hazard poker. This is contest in the future. Okay. Someone said 3 random hazards again, please.
No.
Okay, let's see.
Mr. Boring.
There's some that I thought were interesting. Okay, let's see.
I like bread.
Okay, let's. We got a second MinCon. I am a fool for simple articles. Yes, I read so few books. I feel like MinCon was too recent. I'd be willing to redo it, like maybe in a couple of years. I don't know. It was a fun contest. I mean, I'm biased because I wrote my. That's not important. Okay, let's see. This is something that I know has been brought up by contest team like many times, and we've even like almost like drafted it. It'd be interesting to have a rotation of contests that incentivize picking up old projects. Okay, and then they put and making new ones, but I know we literally have been talking about like finish an old draft contest for like ages, but there have been like logistic problems.
Finish an old draft contest is also extremely one-sided to the people who have been here for a long time, and like anyone who's coming in that's brand fucking new have nothing to work with.
Yeah, that's basically the problem. There are interesting like ideas to it.
Wasn't it fucking Broader Horizons too?
That
basically.
That's a good point.
I would not be opposed if this was like a user-led contest. That'd be pretty fucking baller.
Oh, okay. Here's my
here's my
thought on this. For the ladies and gentlemen who don't understand how contest team works, essentially we have like a pool of ideas that we pull from. We run them. We see which ones we like. If an idea hasn't been used, we usually call them. Here's my thought process on doing that. We might as well just run it and see how popular it is. I don't know when we should run it. I'm thinking like maybe an off season that we usually wouldn't.
Yeah, I could see that as like a side thing. What is that? Lupin says events/contests are either so lore heavy they lack broad appeal, or so surface level they are boring. I guess
they're boring.
I
will say this.
Lupin, you're naming Myths and Magic, which was a good one.
I mean, I will ask really quick right now. How opposed are we to like having work in progress, GOIs and AOIs be part of contests? And I asked that legitimately. How opposed are we with that?
I am like.
It sounds like a really
I am not
boring
opposed.
contest.
I am not opposed to that. I mean, if it's exclusive
I am
focus, then
completely opposed to that.
If it's an exclusive focus, then I would not.
It's a focus, and I will want to get into it later. But I think we really need to work on the GOIs and AOIs we have now. Before
okay, yeah, we have.
From my perspective, I have written for a work in progress group of interest for a contest, and that is arguably my worst article, 976, the STC one.
Red, don't.
Okay, well,
I tried.
You were writing your own. Never mind. I was
writing. No, that is true. I was writing my own shit and trying to springboard it off of the contest, and it failed miserably.
But
I think that you can write GOE articles for contests. But the accent has to be on the contest concept primarily. I mean, if you have for random hazards right now, you could have.
We can't do a make a GOI contest. That would be a train wreck. That's an awful idea. But encouraging people to, let's see, is this where's this oh, I think I deleted the section because I decided it was irrelevant for the most part. But there a bunch of people said, and there's one here. I want to see contests which develop RPC's strengths and uniqueness, like a GD contest to give those more characterization. I don't have many of them.
That would be interesting.
I don't have many of them written here, but there's people talking about
Double, are you recording?
I should be.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
he said
just
he
checking.
was.
I'm sorry.
Everything looks like it's still going.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sounds good.
Actually, Double, if I could jump in, then this might be a good springboard for one of the points that I wanted to make when it comes to which one was it? Yeah, expanding existing lore in future events.
Yeah.
Essentially, what I kind of had.
Excuse me. There are people in text chat who are saying interesting things. You can go first, but I want to remember these. Okay, so can I come back around to that once?
Yeah, 100%. Go right ahead.
No, you can go first.
Oh, okay. I thought that you wanted. Okay. Essentially, the idea that I had specifically, one of the things that I've noticed that keeps happening a lot is that we create an event, and that the event is usually moving the plot forwards, but it kind of gets stuck and not visited before. Care Isling was a fantastic event that was internally absolutely beautiful. But if you would look at the cowboy. The cowboy event. I forget
New Frontiers.
New Frontiers, yeah. New Frontiers, New Frontiers, Sub Vesuvia. Those are kind of things that do move the plot forward, but kind of don't really expand on some existing lore. What I would like to do for the next event, I'm offering essentially, or rather asking if it's possible for me to try and direct the event in one specific way. I would like if people, instead of voting for a specific theme, we voted for, actually had a list of things we wanted to expand on research. I think the best project I worked on, like not like what I've written, but the thing that I have the fondest memory of, was expanding the departments. I think it was during budget cuts when I was writing for like the congregants, for the primogenitus. That was the moment that kind of like recently I showed like to my friend like all the stuff that we did for that, like lore for the protectorate, the congregants, for everything, and he fucking loved it. I would like if the next event that we did was something like that for a voted topic, whether it's for CSDs who explore like prisoner and gang culture, if it's like for memetics, viderics. We gather things that people want more lore that they can write off, that they can bounce off in their own articles, and then we create lore regarding it and just make have the people go wild with the new stuff that we give them. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Tarba. I'm pretty sure that
I'm on board,
like
yeah.
Gavrilo wouldn't exist without like the congregants. That was a
sorry.
pretty.
Can you go again?
Oh yeah, Gavrilo, like Father Gavrilo, the current like GD. I'm pretty sure that he would not receive as much support unless like the congregants existed and research got that exposure, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I would think we should do. Again, comparing, if we go to the point of comparing ourselves to SCP, we have the advantage that we have like literally 15 years of experience for writing for these kind of things, and we have the option of looking internally and seeing what has to be expanded on and kind of like made consistent. So for the next event, in short, I think I'd love to ask the community, hey guys, what do you want like to be like expanded on, and then let's do it.
I think one thing I wanted to say is that the event that I want to suggest is kind of trying to go into that and talk about the results of like events like budget cuts. But it is very controversial, considering that the first thing I wanted to ask you all is, again, how opposed are we to using work in progress, AOIs and GOIs?
If they're like work in progress in that like they have something to build off of, which I mean is some of them, like there's a lot of work that goes into that, because you do have to like the array. If someone wanted to write that, everyone always says the array is a good idea that was written poorly, and like that would take a ton of like new development. Like it would kind of be starting from scratch, and that runs into the same problems as trying to make a new GOI to begin with. So I don't think that I don't want to focus on specifically work in progress things, because there's oftentimes those were abandoned for reasons. Like it's good to bring those back, but that should just be like a feature of the whole package.
Yeah, so I'll suggest it elsewhere, but I will leave it to.
Okay.
Wait,
can I go back around to those text? Okay, let's see. Okay.
So because I'm just the leader, so more directing, so polling people and more directing on what kind of topics writers want to be covered.
Directing essentially, let's say I make the poll, I get the information, we decide as a contest team what we want to work on, what we want to write, and we just kind of split into. We're all writers. Everybody in the contest team has written articles and has written for the wiki. So what we do is, instead of just writing a regular hub, we say, okay, we should like expand on these topics. Who wants to do that? You do that. And as we kind of split in our different like topics, and the director, I mean, in this case, me, would be like kind of like in charge of making sure it's all of those are consistent with each other, just kind of reading through every single new paragraph and post and seeing whether it coincides with existing lore and the new lore that we are making.
I mean, I'm completely on board with that. I think that could be covered in like, we could talk about that in contest chat, like at some other point.
Okay. We also keep doing the thing we just do always, like look at what's the most voted contest idea, not choose the lowest one, and then go work with that.
Okay. The only thing
let's pick the one, not the one that people like the most, but the one that people hate the least. Let's do that again. That always worked out really well.
Yes.
Yes. So why has that always been the decision? Like that was what happened this time, wasn't it? It was Hazard Poker was the one that was hated the least.
I think so.
I remember hearing that. I think Qual told me that. Okay. Anyway, I want to go. I want to go back around. I'm sorry, but I want to get to this. Okay, so TTPY and Lupin agreed. Sort of agreed. They said GDs are not the characters that should be prioritized, and then Lupin said GD events are fucking snooze fests. Okay, Red said I'd rather have a GOI/AOI focused event than a GD event. And this interests me because this will actually get into something that I wanted to bring up later, a little bit later. We've been at it for a while.
I think the issue with a GUI contest is that you either just make it, hey, you writers, you need to write about these people, go now, and you whip them in back.
Okay,
or you make or you make something so nebulous that it's whatever. I think a fun idea for like a GUI contest, if we ever do one, is like a fucking UNAC meeting or something related event, like a political version of budget.
That's what I was gonna suggest. Fuck you.
Excuse me. What?
Thank you for that pitch, Tarb. I think it's very good.
Fuck you.
Okay, but
I want to expand on this point too. I do agree to some extent. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I agree that the GOI contest is not good inherently, but this interests me. Doom Knight says, person of interest contest. I think a POI contest would allow for other GOIs and AOIs to be developed, and
Bro, what fucking POI?
OC contest?
That's why it's a contest.
I remember when the only POI we had for like 3 months before we got rid of the page was Hellsberg's POI.
Well, I mean,
persons of interest.
We've been talking about like a POI revival. We've been talking about a POI revival for a while. Well, not like constantly, but it's been mentioned.
I'm not opposed. I'll say this: I'm not opposed to it, but I think the main issue is that, like, for a POI, you can't just have it to where one person is writing for it. I think, if anything, like, if there's only one person who's made an article for it, it's not a POI. You have to have at least 3 people write that POI.
And look, a lot of it. Look, at the end of the day, I want recurring characters on the site, but it's very clear that just a lot of people aren't interested in writing them. There's nothing.
They don't read articles. They don't read articles.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my
like
God.
if I'm gonna be honest, the John McAfee of the RPC world would be pretty fucking baller to write about.
Yeah, but there's.
I personally,
we need more Philip Love.
I seem to be in the minority.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
I shouldn't say that, but
I was about to talk about that.
I believe I trust the process. I think like the crit and the deletion threshold are sufficient usually to regulate and like keeping complete shit off of the site, and I think that it would be fine to open up the POI hub and like experiment as that like an alternate format just for writing. I mean, like, because if anyone can write into an RPC, then I think
I don't know. I'm not really
about
into
what
it.
Gizmo said.
Okay.
Gizmo, not Gizmo. Dexo said the issue with POI is that they feel too forced. You're basically just making an OC bio
they're
at that
forced.
point.
Yeah.
The good thing, about good. No, wait. The good characters in RPC are the ones that are like introduced naturally in articles, like what Dexo said, like Mr. Lob from the. In how many articles is he in?
The brain cheese.
You know, I
God, I'm forgetting the number.
I think you have a good point.
159.
So I'm not going to push it any further. I do really want to do something with POIs eventually, but that doesn't have to be like a now thing.
The issue is that like the POIs are just like an extreme version of the groups of interest. You have like a very even more specific set of things that you have to write about, like regarding its the person's characteristics, abilities, and such. And it's usually just one single guy who made that person of interest. Like, I mean, it's iffy. Remember when like
I see the issue with like the reason GOIs sort of work is because they're so big that naturally they would be written by a lot of people, so it's easy to like restrict it and say like you need this many people to write it. With a POI, like that's so small scale that theoretically one person would write it, but at the same time we don't want one person writing a character like that. I feel like
yeah,
like so it's a weird issue of scale. Okay, and
I'm not completely opposed to POIs, but I think that the important thing is like to tell people, hey, work together. If you're the only nigga who writes fucking one POI, it ain't making it. It ain't making the cut.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
It encourages
maybe
people to work together.
I feel like the okay. I don't think this would be a super hot take to say that the current POI requirements are ridiculous, because I'm pretty sure they have the same requirements as a GOI, which is kind of absurd to me.
I agree. We should raise them. We should have 10 different authors have successfully
Let's
write.
see. It needs it's the 5 articles, 5 authors, or 7 articles, 3 authors thing, which it seems like a lot for one character to be established. So
I'm gonna be honest.
Another thing to also, here's the thing though. They need to be prominent in some way, and the issue that we're going to see with POIs too is that the majority of them are just going to be they're a terrorist.
Yeah. It can be a person of interest if they're not of interest.
You could say, couldn't you say?
That's why I said a John McAfee figure. Listen, that's why I was saying a John McAfee figure who has thousands of millions and millions of dollars would make sense for a POI, but he's not going to be
every group of interest. You have a character come from it, and they're not just going to be they're not all going to be terrorists. You could have an artist or whatever.
That's what I just said.
That's literally what I tried though. Essentially, I have 2 articles with the Buchanan family. They appear in 2 different articles, and they're a grandfather, son, and grandson of Academy of True Art artists who kind of had one of them made a bunch of retarded anomalies that started fucking up people. So he kind of tries to fix it, and his son is in turn kind of trying to work with the authority in an attempt as a consultant. But again, the things with persons of interest, that you really have to write a very interesting and a magnetic personality that people are gonna remember and want to write about. I'd argue that currently the most well-known person of interest, not in the sense it's someone outside of the authority, but the most well-known person is Father Gavrilo, because he is very recognized. He's the second-time winner currently, and he has gajillion years. He's gajillion years old, but people like him because he appears in enough articles. He has a fun aesthetic, and he has a very interesting dichotomy of how he works. He's a mathematician monk. You have to really hit the ball out of the park to have people want to write and read about a person.
Serbian self-glazing, says Doom Knight.
Technically, so we have glazing because I wrote part of that.
But I think I'm done with that topic. Unless anyone else wants to further. I see people are still talking about voice, so I feel kind of bad putting it down. But I think we've said enough. Let's see. To wrap things up, this was the only user submitted question we had. It was something about what are the unique strengths of our site, or the right. Let me see. I think I have the survey up. Yeah, what is it? Okay. What do you think are the greatest strengths or philosophical differences that separate us from other writing sites? And let's see. A lot of people said
you skipped one though.
I haven't been doing. Okay. Let's see. I don't think there were any really interesting.
Read the Tarb one.
The Tarb one.
The cool one.
What the fuck? God, Tarvalin is ready. Make him marry the greatest Argentinian bread kneader in his immediate area that is not related by blood, so they may create the ultimate cheese and bread meal.
I want to give a little bit of a light to one that feels almost ancient, that it makes my bones ache. Moenibus and Phantom, sorry.
Oh wow. Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Remember to take your meds.
Okay.
Does anyone here remember Phyllis?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't really want to do this, but does anyone want to read? Does anyone want me to read at least one of the hate comments? Because we didn't actually get as many this year, which surprised me. We got.
I think it was only 2 or 1 guy with an alt.
Yeah,
it's very charming.
We did skip it. Read it.
Okay, let's see. It was strange. We got a 60% increase in responses, and last time it was like 5 hate responses or something, and this time it's only like 1 or 2. Let's see. Where's I want to find the one. Okay.
Is it the one that this is a community born out of spite?
No. Let's see. I think I actually paraphrased that one for one of my ones. But let's see. Okay, let's see. The RPC wiki itself is dead. It's had 15 new RPCs in the past year. The Discord is a Chanboard cesspit of the biggest losers and LARPers on the internet. The Reddit, every other Discord server, and Steam group are dead. It's like a graveyard with a virgin written on every headstone. Okay. Let's see.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's see. What is this?
More bombs, and that one will be like even better, even more devastating.
Okay, let's see.
Can I read the one with that we are made out of spite?
Spite. Do you want me to read that, or do you want to read it?
I want to read it.
It's so long, dude. Are you gonna actually?
That's because I love the sound of my own voice. That's because I love the sound of my own voice.
Okay.
Let's see. This is a community born out of spite, whether you want to admit it or not, and that is all ingrained in the users here in some way.
Oh, never mind. I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
It impacts what we write and how we interact with each other. While that does not subtract from talent of what the users hears, it can definitely be off-putting to many people who are not familiar with such ideas. That said, I feel like RPC has almost completely shed itself of being racist SCP, and I'm happy to see that. I think as people here have matured, their political beliefs have gotten less extreme and their sense of humor are based less on shock, so a lot of them cringe when people try to do the same kind of humor. Being racist SCP didn't hold us back as much as some people might say it did, but it's still a great sign of maturity. So this one is a fairly specific one I want to read because it feels like a sort of like passive, aggressive...
I agree with them in like vague terms, at least. Like, sure. Oh, we got the cotton picking thing showing up.
Right on time.
Yeah. Okay.
SCP has matured.
I think it's funny. Some people in voice text were saying that last one about Virgin on every headstone. They're saying it's Pixelated Harmony who wrote that one.
It's true.
They said it sounded like it. I want to give a shout out to our friends at Convict Magazine.
What friends?
Wait, isn't the magazine shut down now?
Is it? I thought it was.
It is.
It's shut down.
I'm almost certain it's shut down.
If they're not dead, I hope they are, and they die soon.
Okay. Let's see. That was like the only like really like banger like hate one though. That one about the headstones. Let's see.
Well, we should do like a headstone. In that term, we should have like an undead contest, like a virgin undead contest.
Oh,
now that might be peak.
A done and dusted contest. Oh, let me see. I think there's like one more that I found. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this might take me a minute to find it. Okay, this one is interesting. This is not. I don't know if this is a hate one. Because I don't think they're talking about us. They wrote. Discord and Reddit, not RPC specific, are run by awful people with an obvious political slant. I think they're referring to like the like administration of the platforms themselves, which I think because they said not RPC specific. I mean that's not really.
Are they talking about like containment fiction in general, or what the fuck we call it anymore?
They're talking about Discord and Reddit. I think they're talking about like the platforms. Okay. Oh wait, let's see. Okay, let's see. Could you share any experiences and thoughts, be they positive or negative, about RPC? That was the question. Someone wrote, I once found the midget double of Gordon Ramsay dead in a Badger set. Okay.
You know what? That's so true.
Valid. I think exchange all people under 18 years old with Gordon Ramsay. It's
okay. Let's see. This is another good hate one. I forgot about this one. This will be the last one. I promise. Okay.
Okay.
This was the strengths and philosophical differences one. RPC authority is, if nothing else, the prime example of what happens when the biggest, whiniest crybaby soy jacks get together to squeal about how SCP was taken over by Le Woke. It's also been a great source of entertainment and could double as a sociological study on the writing patterns of incels, repressed homosexuals, and balding middle schoolers.
Right.
I love that. That's like going the next like demographics poll.
The next demographics poll.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're an
just
incel,
true.
the best
Yeah,
homosexual
yeah.
balding
All
middle
right.
schooler.
All right, so
Wait.
so just to
They
look over,
didn't say a single wrong thing. They are correct. We should make
So-
them
Yeah.
All right, so anything? Okay, in
Ooh.
all honesty, though, anything else we should look at over the philosophical differences portion that?
Okay,
we should,
yeah, anything real. Let's see. I'm trying to. Let's see. I mean, there
I
wasn't
don't know.
that much of interest. Let's see. I did like this one. Let's see. I like how you guys aren't afraid of making some crazy edgy stuff, like the German Nazi shit. I really like that, and wish there was more. IDK, I am weird.
like guard, like the guard GOI.
Kleist wrote this one.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly
uh,
from what I've seen is that they like the one canon. Like, there's a couple of comments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there was
I've-
a lot
I've
of that,
seen the
and
one
also
canon, yeah.
One canon, freedom of speech. Those are the basic. Those
Yeah.
are basically.
There was
Okay.
there was actually this one weird one, like the
Oh,
ability
wait,
to be
wait.
hostile. That's
The
like one of
ability
them.
The
Wait,
ability to be
okay.
house. I mean, that's a fucking thing you can do in SCP a lot easier, to be honest.
True. Wait, there's one that I like. We are no different from those we claim to surpass. We have allowed ourselves to become weak. Okay.
Well, excuse me,
wrote that one.
Doomfist.
Damn.
Like,
Okay. Well,
We had
I think we're finally like done with the survey. I got to the bottom. I didn't really care about like the numbers stuff I mentioned at the beginning.
Honestly,
do we-
What do we have left?
Well,
for?
I don't care about it for the sake of this meet. Obviously, the data matters, sort of. It's nice to have, but I'm not going to report that we have 2 females this time.
Yeah,
oh my god!
there are no female staff currently.
Yeah.
Fuck
No,
up.
what a
Maybe
surprise!
There are no
Bubble,
females
Bubble, are you
in
ready to take? Are you ready to
RPC?
sacrifice yourself?
What? Okay. Wait, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
We're done. We're done with the survey. Is there? Because I think I have one thing that I want to mention at the end.
as well.
Okay. Well, anyone else who wants to go now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, I think
No.
the topic that I want to touch up is not related to the if you were like talking about the survey, because the last point that I wanted to make is regarding pitching an RPC project, because I do have like some news regarding it.
Yes.
All right. So essentially, I mentioned this already to some, but I've been one of the people that I've met during a game jam is actually interested in making a. I'll be immediately, like I said, a skirmish war game based on like either SCP, RPC, or just the general config thing as it is. Currently, he's leaning a lot to SCP because he believes that this is like the most commercial use that he can like get out of it. So I essentially wanted to told him that I'm part of staff here. I really can't like give him any sort of powers. But the thing that I'm wanting to say is, if I manage to convince, I would like to convince him to try and make something for RPC. He has expressed interest in the wiki, has read our stuff. He has he does enjoy it and admits that it is better than SCP. It's just that like it's a big thing. But the issue is
Who does?
Some guy he met during a game jam.
game
right?
designer, essentially.
Game designer.
But but
All my
anyways,
friends agree with me.
I'm.
all my friends. But the thing is, he already asked essentially if there is a way for him to promote this thing on RPC. I already told him, if you're making full RP, hell to the fuck no, because we're not promoting like rival content on it. But the thing I wanted to ask, and it's kind of like bad blaring, is it here? But if we want to kind of help him, if we want to have like promote that sort of game on the wiki, or actually just in general, if we actually have like a specific thing, like a game, a project, a comic, or anything, can we or should we like promote it on the wiki? Like
I'll step in and say yes, but we need to see them make significant progress, because what's the point of what is the point of advertising them if the moment we do, they'll stop working on the project because they got bored?
Well, of course,
Exactly.
I agree. I mean, it's not going to be like, hey, we met this guy and he said he can make a game for us. We met this Nigerian prince who said he could fund our website. Or
We're not
like,
Raven. We're not doing Raven again, or whatever the fuck his name was.
like,
Oh,
no, I'm not saying that we should like.
and they're making
if it-
steady progress, and sure.
I mean, it
Okay.
like it obviously the devil's in the details. I think it matters how it's promoted. I really wouldn't matter. I really wouldn't mind. Sorry if we ran like a casual front page announcement that was like, I mean, obviously this isn't like official. I mean, it is semi-official. It's endorsed, but SCP used to do that too. Like they would have pages for like external like fan projects that were related. And I mean, we have a precedent for that because we used to have the creator page, which then went, I think, to the author page. Yeah, I don't know if it's still around.
I had to update that. I had to update that because there were multiple people who just don't fucking exist anymore.
Oh yeah, I was actually like working on a whole. I spent like actually like months. It wasn't constant, obviously, but like at one point working on like retooling the creator page to make it like good again. But then I like there just wasn't enough, and I was like, it doesn't matter. It's not no one cares about this page. But what I'm saying is we do have a precedent of allowing people to promote their RPC related content.
That's something that I just need like a firm answer so I can like just at least not official. Well, I think I already know the answer, but so the only way that he can promote is if he has like a finished project that isn't like a thing that he's like he's not selling us fog. Like I'm not sure if that's the term for it in English, but he's not like selling us anything. He's like something specific to show, and it's RPC related, so it can't be SCP related or just like based somewhat on RPC.
It has to be RPC related, and I think the line that I would draw is that I think it would make the most sense if I have no idea what his like schedule looks like, obviously, because this is the first time I'm hearing this, but like it would make the most sense if we wanted to do an announcement promoting this as it was in development. I think he would have to have like a playable prototype or something to show for it, like not just a trailer or something.
He has sent me the prototype essentially, and the idea is that he would be essentially working on a Kickstarter. That once he has completely designed the rules, that he has like made the STLs, and that he has like written out like the rule book, he makes the Kickstarter to fund like everything else that is necessary, and then just
game.
Yes.
Oh,
that's kind of like the biggest like I'd say issue. Another thing is, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean, that's a hard one because like to promote. I don't know if we can promote a Kickstarter.
I agree. That's risky because if that fails, that would like that would reflect very poorly on us.
Yep.
Yeah,
and we don't want to have that.
Look, if he's developing it and he's actively putting out demos and prototypes, we'll like promote the demos and prototype. But if he's saying, "Can you promote my Kickstarter?" That's a fuck no.
Yeah,
no.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if he wants to like come into the server and post in like project development or whatever, what is that? Product development. No one ever used this, so I forget the name. Like, I mean, that would obviously be fine. Like,
Gotcha.
Just casual. That's if it's gonna be like a Kickstarter, then that's probably the best. That's not what you asked at all.
That's not what I asked at all.
Yes, it's not. I'm glad we're not answering
no.
questions.
Did I make what did the sound that I was pitching?
You asked if we could promote it, that, like officially. I was assuming on the wiki.
Yeah, I thought it was like sorry. Then I should have. Apologies. Then I should have like mentioned it earlier. I thought it was like promoting the Kickstarter. Like, that is thought that it doesn't work that way. Now I'm a bit confused because if you're like promoting the project and the project is on a Kickstarter or it gets put on Kickstarter, isn't that like the promotion of the thing?
What?
If what I was asking for is the promotion of the project, and the project is being like funded on Kickstarter, I don't get the difference between like the issue between promoting the Kickstarter and promoting the project.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would love to promote a Kickstarter to bring that forward, but the thing is that there are many real issues that prevent a Kickstarter from going through, and we don't want to be associated with telling people to put money somewhere and then that doesn't work out. Like, there's a big difference between telling someone to put money in a finished game that's already there and they can play it, or something like that, or something that won't cost money up front. And I think it matters that there is something hands-on to have when we announce it.
Essentially, we just need like a finished product.
Some kind of finished product or a prototype that can be seen, because I don't want to announce we're working with this guy. That's really dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, again, I will say this one more time. If they have a demo and a little bit of like a prototype, yeah, we can advertise that. That's like no worries whatsoever. But
nothing when it comes to money.
Yeah, we're not
no
touching anything
way.
related to money.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'll pass that along. And I mean, other than that, there is that's like the most recent update. Other than that is looking back on the things that people do want as a sort of. Let me just check again. The things that people do want as a sort of the top three things that people are interested is video games, comics,
other
and
forms of
animation.
media on the server. Yeah, I didn't bring that up. I should. The video games,
media.
the RPC game, the legend of the quote unquote RPC game lives on. And there's animation, comics. I mean that makes sense, I guess. For the I'm trying to come up with interesting ways to comment on that, but
I mean, there isn't really much because we need people to make video games. We don't have people, and every time that somebody tries to make a video game, he goes insane. And
I was gonna say everyone who tries to make the RPC game goes insane.
Yeah, like what's the list? Raven, Man, and Game. What was Game's fucking full name?
What about Unknown Chan? Unknown Chan was making the RPC game, and he went
Chan,
crazy.
that's what his name. Yeah, it was Unknown Chan, a Raven, and Main.
That at the end of the day,
it literally drives people insane. It's cursed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why we can't talk about this, is because like we're not gonna. I mean, we just had a debate about whether we could run a social media platform. Like, we're not gonna hunker down and make a video game.
The reason why I wanted to bring it up because doing social media and writing for these things are things that I know how to do. It's essentially my job in education, and I want to apply it in a way that it's going to be helpful for everybody else to promote these things. The issue is that it's a big fucking project. I can always make a script for animation. I can always make a script for a comic, but the issue is that I'm not really sure how the project would kind of start going off with meeting the different people without people just going fucking insane.
Hang on, Colonel GW asked, is Springtrap gonna die? He missed that part of the conversation.
He's going to
We're
die.
specifically killing him.
They're specifically killing him.
He's not falling under a specific rule. We're just gonna kill him.
I mean, that's literally happened recently. The spring lock mechanism. He always comes back. Alright.
No, Teddy.
Okay.
I think we're starting to wind down now. Any other topics that are serious to talk about?
I want to ask.
Yeah.
I don't
have
know.
something to end off with. But
that's okay.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we have we've been talking, we've been yapping for a while, but do we have written down the decisions we made over the course of this meeting? Because I feel like we've just been shooting down ideas and not actually deciding on what we're going to do.
I'm recording. I can go back over it later. How about that?
All right. So one of the things that we came down to. Let's list them down first.
Okay. I put down
one of the things we had talked about was the idea of what to do with off-topic and contribution. We have people said we wanted to do two ideas. One is the deadline to do something. And then two is the you need a
contributor role to get into off-topic politics.
And politics, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. We already established that. Those are the two things. So everyone off-topic who hasn't written anything, count your fucking days.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Can we?
Are going on a warpath, and we are wearing steel-toed fucking boots.
So long as no one else has anything significant to add, I have one last thing, and then I want to
list out everything that you hear in the recording in the staff voice, and then I'll put them down on decisions made in our RPC office.
Okay, yeah, it's a good idea. We stopped using that channel. I'm glad you revived it recently because we totally forgot about it. All right, but I want to bring up one last thing, and then I think tradition would have it that I think we'd open the floor to questions from people in the voice channel or the voice chat, like regular users. I don't know if anyone has any actual questions to ask, but I'd be willing to do that to send it off. Okay, but
I don't really have any.
I mean, like the people who are muted right now, but are listening in, if they have anything to say.
Oh,
I'm gonna be leaving in a few.
Why do we care about the opinion of the plebeian youth?
Okay.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, I'm probably just gonna dip.
I have one more, but I have one more thing.
Okay.
So this is regarding. This is my proposal. I'll just send the link in the staff voice. I've been workshopping this for a long time, since I think we talked about like having the theoretical alternate reality hub rework back when the Cosmic Embers thing was going on.
Yeah.
And we started talking about the top bar, and that got me thinking about ways to redesign it. And this is the final design I've settled on, basically, because my concerns with the current one, which I'll voice, are that the tab names are like the most. We have RPC Archive and Authority Archive are two different tabs, and then there's Authority Library and Authority Archive, which are also synonymous with each other. And like, I think the top bar is useful because it's all in lore, or at least it's majority in lore, and it's good for like organized content. Like if you want to find something and you have something that you want to find, then it's much better than using any other navigation.
The top bar is better than what SCP has right now, at the very least. Which I don't know if anyone's seen that. All of it.
I don't know what they've done to it now.
Oh no! Like right now, what it is that they make it to where it's all related to social and community. I'm not even joking. None of it has to do with writing. The sidebar until like the third tab is when it starts to talk about writing. It's actually crazy.
Okay, the basically what I've done, and I'll just say the big things right now. The biggest change is that the Authority Archive tab is gone. Yes, I'll post it right now. Actually, the stuff has been moved around, and also I've renamed tabs. So Authority Library is now just Library. Lore has been changed to Divisions because the one thing that wasn't division related has been moved to Library. And
Divisions.
Yeah.
Where's the events gonna be? Is the question.
The events are under Library. It's Library Authority Events. You see, if you look at the top bar, I actually use CSS, so this page has the new top bar.
Yeah,
like the one that
Library is good.
Okay.
Actually, these are all good. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll say
better.
Excuse me.
Should we have this up to a vote, or?
I'd be down for a vote. I want to mention right now, because this could be like a third option, because I know that we've had that, where it's like, there are like compromises, because this thing, the sacrifice that has been made to make it slimmer, well, I think there are like, most of the links are still there, most of the ones that I identify as important are still there, but I removed, the acquired media and the lesser anomaly links from Authority Archive are gone, so that's the lesser anomalous items, lesser anomalous locations, and event index. The site index and personnel dossier I want to mention were moved to operational info, because that's where everything else related to like listing, like the MST list was already there. The threats and hazards, the clearance levels were already there, so it fits way better there, I found. But yeah, I got rid of the lesser anomalies. Those will be on the Documents Hub now. That's where I want to move them, because I don't think they need to be top level links. And the more important thing was it was honestly an aesthetic concern, which is a little silly, but I didn't like how they looked. And what else? The series archive, that's like the one for Tales series, that's gone. I don't think anyone's going to miss that. It's still available on the Tales Hub if people need it. And what else? Was there something else we removed? Or I removed?
I mean, again, give me a draft of what you want me to put in writers vote, and I'll put that down to see if people are down for this new formatting for the
Colonel GW. I got rid of lesser anomalous items. It was mostly okay. The two reasons it was like a space concern. It's not actually. There's plenty of open space on this, by the way. Like you look at RPC Archive, and that has like 10 or 11 buttons on it or whatever, so there's definitely more room in like theory, but well, you kind of have to have all three of the the lesser anomalies together at least, which takes up a lot of space, and also the quality of those is not very good. Like, because there's not like any automatic curation for those. Again, they'll still be available. They'll be 2 clicks away from the Documents Hub and lesser anomalies.
I think we should keep lesser anomalous personally.
You think you should keep them? Well, okay, I'll make an edit right now, and I'll try something out.
Anomalous items and location are kind of they're kind of good for archiving, and also this is pretty much an area where you can throw things at the wall that sound like a good idea in practice, but you kind of realize it's not going to make for a good story. Just put it on like a lesser anomalous thing.
Okay, I'm about to make an edit right now, and we'll see how this looks. Okay, let's see. Because I did have some ideas for how other ways I could rearrange these. So if you can't hear, I'm typing right now. Okay. I've been told my keyboard is very loud.
You're clicking your mouse too, by the way. But besides that, I will be taking my leave as well.
Okay.
Just let me know when you want. You got a draft of what you want to say for writer's vote, and then
yeah.
And then I will put it down for you.
Okay, let me see.
Or Tarb might just put it down for you if he's still here. Tarb, you here? Here you are.
Put down for who? What are you talking about?
Execution, little boy.
Okay.
To decide whether or not we want to go with this new formatting.
Okay, I'm still making
what formatting? I don't see anything. Let's see. What did you post?
Okay, you guys aren't gonna miss. You guys aren't gonna miss the acquired media section, are you? That's like
it was
almost
no.
No one's really
anything
don't notice the difference. I really don't notice.
It's still gonna be on the Documents Hub. Okay, let me see. I'm adding the lesser anomalies right now. Okay, refresh the page. You should see them. They're under library.
It looks alright. I mean, mine either way.
I think it works great. Like thumbs up.
Okay. So if you refresh it now, can you see where I put the lesser?
Actually, hold on. I just realized acquired media uses a lot of like articles that would be from other organizations, so that might not be a good idea to remove them. But also, the last time someone wrote for them that was big was AEOC.
Acquired media is like, it's weird because the first section, acquired writings, is completely derivative of like the Documents and Tales Hub, because these are like regular documents. You can find them through the Documents Hub already. Footage has nothing on it, but it would theoretically be unique to this hub. The only thing that's unique to the Acquired Media Hub is the photographs, which is like an okay section, but there are only like, 6 of them now. So
yeah,
I don't think there's a lot being lost if we move this to the second level page. If we moved it to a sublink of the Document Hub.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I guess is that so? Besides acquired media, removing anything else?
Acquired media and the series archive, which was under Authority Library before. That's the one for like Tale series and stuff. It's on the Tales Hub.
I would like to keep that, but that's just me.
I mean,
people put work into making those series, you know.
That's true. I mean, that's a good point. I don't want to sound dismissive. Let's see. I mean, I feel like the library thing is already almost too big with... Maybe we could put it under the RPC archive tab at the bottom? Like... I don't know. Let's...
What else? What left do we have to discuss?
I mean, that's basically it. Does anyone...
I think we're done, yeah.
Does anyone... Okay.
I think we should free Gizmo. It's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. where he is right now.
I swear to God, I will not fucking remember anything when it comes to fucking...
You can
I will like rewatch it, and I will like literally sacrifice myself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cole.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. You guys have a great one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, thank you everyone for showing up.
Yeah, of course.
This was a great chat. All right.